It is the year 2025. I never thought that this year I would have some new Ruby content. Like, I'm used to having some fan Ruby content here and there. It'll be like comics or some fan art or something. But to have, or people do their OCs and have their own music, I've seen a lot on the Facebook groups for years. I've always enjoyed it. But never would I have imagined someone would come together and create an entire fan story, an entire was well animated, good music, the facial expressions, everything was up to par. There were some hiccups here and there, but even the old series had hiccups. So the fact that an even smaller team was able to do this was simply amazing. And I am talking about Dust Queen, the Ruby fan project. Dust Queen, the first episode came out some time ago. I knew nothing about this because I hadn't had any Ruby forums or any Ruby fandoms I've not been on in years. I haven't been on those things in years. Not even during Dust Queen or the final season of Ruby that aired. I've never been on any of these things, so I've just been to myself doing my own thing. And it's been quite peaceful, but yet sometimes boring. But the Ruby forums were getting very repetitive and boring, in my opinion. So this came along. I'm like, yo, what is this? And there's been a lot more rise of indie projects on YouTube that's been happening. Something to kill your joy from the average Netflix or other streaming services. You who crave more unique animation, is all I'm saying. But this one takes it back. Just like the anime of Ruby that was being animated by Studio Passion, Ice Queendom, where they took it before Volume 3. It feels like a lot of fans prefer Ruby before Volume 3. Volume 3 was great, but I feel like because of what happened with Volume 3, it led to a lot of things that people didn't like about Ruby. Things started to happen. I enjoyed Volume 4 of it, but then Volume 5, still was trying to defend it until to the end, and then I was like, okay, this sucks. And then I was still watching it, still reviewing it, and you were watching me slowly fall into depravity of I was just like, yeah, a lot of stupid writing was going on after Volume 4. And then that fell off. It came back again for one last volume that they could do by Volume 9, and then, which was a lot of people's favorites from the newer volumes. And then now it fell into darkness. Viz Media bought it, and that was it. We knew nothing else. There was the anime Ice Queendom that came out that was made by Studio Passion that was well made, very interesting. I feel like it could have been a video game. It was a very huge spin off. And I feel like a lot of people really wish we were back to the times of volumes 1 and 2, where things weren't so big, so grand, so out there. That the character designs were simple, that we got to see the girls spending more time at Beacon than we actually did. Because really got to see the girls at time at Beacon for 3 volumes, and that is it. And after that, it was just them traveling all over the place, becoming unofficial Huntress and Hunters, which kind of sucks for most people, I myself included. We missed those things where it was mostly directed and focused on Team Ruby getting along, going through some hijinks, going on missions, and learning something throughout the day. That's what a lot of us miss, and that's what this returns to form. It really does. They're back at Beacon. Ruby and Weiss still don't get along. Weiss being kind of up there, up her own butt. Yang and Blake are getting along, and they're doing something that a lot of people complain about in the fandom. In the fandom was Bumblebee. Bumblebee felt forced. It just went on and made no sense. And to this day, I believe the official Bumblebee made no sense. There was no chemistry, no talk. It was just because the fandom wanted it, and that was it. And unfortunately, it killed the buzz for a lot of people. Now, if they did a thing where, like I said before, if they slowly walked their way into it, it would make a lot more sense. But who knows if they're going to really focus on that, but instead go on through other things. It can work out. But either way, a lot of RWBY fans, including myself, got their eyes on this show. I didn't have my eyes on the show before because I didn't know it exists, but yet here we are watching it, and I love it so far. You know, there are some things here and there. Does it have that Monty style? No, but if they keep working on it and studying the style, they can get it down if they want to. It won't be easy, but they can do it. Because I've seen other people who watched Monty's videos and they kept trying to redo his style and make it their own time and time again, and it's worked out for them. So it's a big possibility that that can happen. They just need to keep studying it, and eventually they'll get it down. So I'm looking forward to that, man. This was Dust Queen. It seems like, once again, another spinoff that's focused on Weiss. For some reason, a lot of these spinoffs are always made focusing on Weiss. We had Ice Queendom. We have this one. There's even a manga that came out a while back that was also focused Weiss being focused on. And it's very interesting. Why is always her all the time? And also, people wanted Weiss to become the main character than RWBY. RWBY is fun. She's entertaining, but she has nothing to really go off of after Volume 3. Before Volume 3 and stuff, she didn't really had much going for her besides her being entertaining, sometimes funny and cool, but nothing to learn, nothing to gain. She was just there because she just loved to hunt monsters and help people, and that was it. Weiss, however, it seems like she's more stable, something that you can really want to focus on, and I can see what people mean. You know, she's this bratty girl who wants to do better for her family, but she has her lifestyle that has her kind of blind and ignorant towards a lot of things. So she can open up her eyes and learn to get along with people, not look down on people. She has a lot going for her. Also, her expectations that people see within her, thanks to Ice Queendom, we understand. So I can see why people see Weiss as a better main character. In my opinion, Weiss was always my favorite, that she has a chance for a lot of growth. And I always love looking at characters that have that kind of chance. But yes, you guys can check this out. It's very entertaining, interesting. It piqued my interest back in RWBY. I never thought I'd be seeing some new, well-made RWBY content in this year, but here we are. I am all for it, and looking forward to seeing what this creator does next. So yeah, look up Dust Queen. You know, the RWBY fan project. They're on YouTube. Look at it now because it's a must watch for all RWBY fans. So I'll end the video here. I hope you guys enjoyed it. That being said, that has been Matt Crown on Madame. Thank you for watching. Signing out. I don't know why I said that order. I just wanted to end the video. Bye.